Hey, what's up, Never Forgotten Game YouTube squad? It's me, Schmungus, ready to show off all the exciting stuff I've done for this week's devlog. Let's get into it. So, yeah, I watered to the game. It's pretty cool, right? Man, I'm so fucked. Welcome back, or to, the devlog series for my 2D survival horror game, Never Forgotten. Getting down to business, I should disclose I've only been able to get a little bit done this week since I got a bit fucked over by an ear infection, which has mostly cleared up now. But what did I manage to do in that time? Well, I got the ambience and music done for the third last level of the game, and I implemented the rest of the corrupt states for the player. Before we get to the sound stuff, last week I did show off some music for the game, which a lot of people surprisingly liked. I was taken aback considering I rushed the track to have something to put in the video and I didn't really feel that confident in it, so genuinely, thank you for all the compliments, it means a lot. Anyways, on to the audio work I did for the level. This level of the game takes place in a giant structure made of flesh. The structure itself is technically alive, as all the flesh in the game is drawn from an origin point. In keeping with that theme, the ambience I made for the level has a lot of slushy and gross sounds to help sell the environment. As the game goes on, the character you play as, the Lone Soul, becomes more corrupted with a substance called essence, which you gain from killing enemies and some other means. This corruption is paralleled with you venturing deeper into the world towards its origin point. The environment engulfed in more flesh the farther you go until there's nothing left except a barren land. Given this thematic development, the game's music follows suit, becoming more weird and corrupt. Common themes you once associated with comfort are now contorted into this twisted reincarnation of itself. Themes reflective of the land itself, once would only show up on occasion, are now constant reminders of the danger you're in. Given this level of the game is the third last, its music follows this idea. There's a general uneasiness underlying all the music in the level, representative of the themes the level explores. Okay, before I continue, if you hear birds in the background, I can't do anything about that. I record this shit fucking early in the morning, and the birds, they're loud, they're right outside my window, I can't do anything about them. They're really fucking annoying, but just gotta deal with it. But anyways, given I can't show off literally every song that I made for the level, otherwise we'd be here for like quite a while, I'll just share one track. After making your way through this giant structure of flesh, descending to greater and greater depths, you finally reach the bottom. Before you is a long hallway enveloped in darkness. You hear palpitations echo across the walls. Trudging through yet another pool of blood lined with flesh, you feel a warmth resonate within your body, only to be embraced by the cold winds of the hollow structure as you emerge from the body of liquid. You push on, and you step through an opening. You're confronted with a horrific beast, crying out in agony, its limbs torn and stretched, its body bound to the structure, its face ripped open. It's standing between you and freedom. You limp towards it, determined to exterminate it, like you've done time and time again. Yeah, I haven't done the art for this boss yet, but I got the music done, so we got that. Well, I hope you liked that track. I'm quite happy with how it came out, especially since I'm not very good with metal-oriented music, but I think I did okay. Now, aside from audio stuff, I also implemented the artwork and mechanics for the additional corrupted states that the player will go through as the game progresses. I hinted at this concept in an earlier video when I was just showing off the prototype for this level, but here it is now. So the way this works is that the player's status script, which holds all of their stats, has an integer which defines what weakness state the player is. Certain parts of the game, this value is scripted to increase or decrease, along with altering the speeds at which you move. It also changes your visual appearance. The idea behind this visual transformation is that the essence that you gather from enemies is slowly corrupting your body to the point where it's falling apart and you can barely compose yourself. And all I had to do to achieve this effect visually was just a couple of crimes against humanity and a few puppy sacrificing rituals, but hey, we got there. Don't ask me what the battle player animation tree looks like. God forgive me. These changes also affect gameplay. Once you lose both your arms, you can no longer use items, pick up items, and your attacks also suck ass. Which, that's the other thing I did. I had to make it so that these changes affected stuff in combat, so now your attacks change, going from 3 punches to 2 slower punches to resorting to biting your enemies. Also, when you can no longer use/hold items, I had to make the item button do something else now, so doing some spaghetti curd shenanigans in order to avoid doing additional work. It now functions as a way to get a little bit of health back and raise your defense. Hey, while recording the voiceover for this video, it started to rain, so we get even more background noise now. I mean, at least it's not birds, but still, it's a minor annoyance. Sir, that's all the stuff I got done for this week. I'm gonna be moving on to the visuals for the last levels for the game next week, so look forward to that. Now, before closing out this video, I'm going to give a quick update on future plans for the channel, since some of you who may have subscribed came here from the gamedev YouTube video. Anyway, so for those who didn't see my last video, I mentioned at the end that I'm currently working on a video essay for the game Ambience. I finished the game, again, because this is my second time playing through it, and I finished taking all my notes for it, which amounted to around 8,500 words. And I need to emphasize that's just notes, that's not a script. That's just notes. With the game done and my notes now finished, I'm in a position where I can actually begin putting the script together now. And I will start chipping away at that in the following weeks. But I still need to get around to playing several other games and recording footage for them, and then of course I'll need to put those into the script. But the main script essentially revolves around Ambience, so I'll be able to put the script together, the majority of it, just from that alone. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to know when I finally drop that video. Until then, I'm going to stick to my usual weekly upload schedule for these devlogs, and once that Ambience video is done, I will begin working on another side project to follow it. I really enjoyed doing that gamedev YouTube commentary video. It was a nice change of pace, and the video got a level of reception and engagement unseen for my channel, so I'd like to make more content that's a tad more focused on discussion and analysis, where I feel like I actually have something new to say. And just when it comes to discussion, like, there are a sizable portion of people who didn't like that video, surprisingly enough, not even really for like the things I say about Blackthorn Prod, but mostly just the things I say about capitalism, which is to be expected. And I don't say that in a bad light, it's just, it's natural, like, that's a bit more like that, you bring politics into that. Politics are always, you have people arguing for different things for different reasons, but even those people in the comments who, like, disagree with me, I enjoy talking with them. I enjoy actually having to defend my position, because, it's nice to use your brain every once in a while, so that was nice, and I wouldn't mind having a similar thing for this next video, the Ambience video. I'd like to be able to invite, like, a discussion where we can talk about certain things in more detail and such. But okay, enough unscripted rambling, back to the video. So if you're not really here for the devlogs, then you'll have less frequent, there are juicier videos to look forward to, and if you're here for the devlogs, then you have short form devlogs coming to you each week. Alright, we best get a move on now, since I'm fucking tuckered out from all this talking. Well, once again, we made it to the end of yet another Shmungus Dungus video. Again, next week's devlog will be focused on visuals for the remaining 2 levels in the game. Ignore my stomach if that picked up on the microphone. I am very hungry and want to eat. So stick around for that if you're interested. If the game looks interesting to you, consider wishlisting it on Steam. There will be links I misspelt there in the script wrong. There's been a lot of misspellings in this last half of the script. I kind of fucked it up, but I mean, we're this late into the video, I'm not even gonna bother re-recording this. Who gives a shit? No one watches this far anyways, so there will be links in the description and in the comments section leading to the Steam page where you can also try the demo for the game out as well. Yeah, awesome. You should do it because it's kind of alright. Don't play the one on itch though. It's still up. It sucks ass. It's not very good. It's very old and outdated. New one is alright. It's cool. If you want to try it, you can. Do note that the demo contains the first act of the game, so it is pretty chunky. The game is planned for an October release this year, which is only 6 more months until you get your grubby little hands on it. Anyways, with all that said, thanks for watching to the end. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I mean, come on, you know you want to. And I'll see you next week.